everybody, thank you for clicking this video and for joining me. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you decide to subscribe and come back for videos every week. Today I want to talk about what I learned when I judged a pageant. Well, I've judged 2 pageants and I should be judging another one soon. Well, sort of soon, this year. So some of you might see me at your pageant, and I'm not going to tell what pageant it is, but I'm excited about it. I'm happy. As a contestant, we always wonder, what were the judges thinking? What are they looking for? So I want to give you my experience from my perspective. As a contestant myself, I was probably looking for different things than other judges. I'm not going to talk about what pageant it was that I'm referencing that I'm judging because I don't want to share what those other judges were thinking or have anybody know about all that stuff, because that's totally up to them if they wanted to share that. But I had judged a pageant, and some judges that I judged with had done pageants before and some hadn't. Some were very new to pageants actually. And in the judges room we were talking about, well, what do we look for in a title holder? And people kind of spoke amongst themselves about that. And then we did ask the director, what are you looking for in a title holder? Is there something that we need to know about this organization that you want to keep as a part of your brand? So that's something that we did ask the director, and in that case the director basically said ignore all physical attributes of a contestant and just ask yourself if she's going to be a really great representative for our organization. Is she going to do a good job being a title holder? And I liked that information. I liked that we kind of got to pick whatever we wanted. When I started judging, I personally don't care if she's blonde, brunette. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm not looking for a certain girl. I am actually just sitting and waiting to see all the girls and think, okay, who amazed me and who just really impressed me. And the things that I was noticing first off in the interview room was how a girl entered the room. I could immediately tell when she entered the room if she was confident or not. Some girls walked in and they were really nervous, and they did things like when they opened the door, they were awkwardly closing the door and asking us, oh, should I close the door? Should I do this? And they were very unsure of themselves in every sense. So immediately to me, that was a concern. I wanted a girl that just walked in, took control of the interview room, and had a real conversation with us and was really comfortable when we were asking her questions. And it didn't matter really what those answers were. It just mattered for me that I could imagine seeing her as a queen and talking to other people as she would if she were the title holder. So that was something very important to me. I liked not only to ask them stuff off of their bio, but I liked to ask girls a random question in there to sort of throw them off, because I want to see how they handle those situations. I want to know that yes, they can be serious and know what they want to do, but I also wanted to see that they're playful and fun and real people and not just overly rehearsed. What I found was that I really like girls that aren't perfect pageant patty, girls that if they make a mistake in an interview, they can laugh it off and they don't just pretend it didn't happen, but they're like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I made a mistake. I'm human. I really liked that about certain girls in the competition. That's what I was sort of looking at in interview. And then for gown, actually, and for everything on stage, the thing that I was most considering was really her confidence, and what I focused on was the girl's face. And I'm not talking about her facial beauty, which, you know, doesn't hurt, but I was talking about the expression. So when she came out on stage, was she sure of herself? Was she confident? Or was she uncomfortable and second guessing herself? Was she sort of putting her hand up and dropping it back down and wondering if that was the right thing to do or not? There is no right or wrong thing to do really on stage. At a pageant, you might follow a stage pattern that they give you, but if you don't nail that stage pattern, I'm not going to knock you for it. I don't care. What I care is that you are confident on stage. So when I was seeing these girls walk out, I was really focusing on their expression. Was it a very plastered on fake smile? Or are they like this on stage? Are they like this? Do they look like they were forcing a smile and they were really uncomfortable? Those kind of girls did not get my highest score. The girls that got my scores were the ones that were out there and they were genuinely happy to be on stage, and that really reads across. So perfecting your smile, and it sounds weird, but you can practice filming yourself and seeing, does my smile look real? Do I look like I'm being genuine, or do I look like it's just plastered on? So consider that, girls. When you go on stage, think of something that makes you genuinely happy. I liked those girls the most. Aside from that, I did look at the girls' walks and if they were doing anything really strange on stage, because I'm a competitor and I want to see a really great, smooth walk, and I think that a girl who has practiced and can execute that on stage deserves a high score. So I wasn't nitpicking too much, but what I noticed was when a girl was really confident, it forced me to focus on her face, and then she did her whole formal wear evening gown walk, and by the end of it I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't even pay attention to her hands or her feet, or I didn't pay attention to her walk as much as I did for other girls who looked really self-conscious. As soon as they looked self-conscious, then I'm looking at everything. So consider that. And then for onstage question for me, I thought of something that people told me in the past, and it was, you don't win a pageant in onstage question, you lose a pageant in onstage question. And I do believe that that is true, because we already have seen you in everything else, and if we like you and love you, we're gonna cut you a little bit of slack in terms of your onstage question. For me, if my favorites can just sort of get through it, they don't have to have the best, well-developed answer in the world, but get up there and say something. Granted, if you bomb that onstage question, I score honestly as a judge, and I'm sort of like, okay, well, she didn't do that well, and that's kind of not fair if I give her my top score when somebody else put in the work and performed well on stage and really deserved that title. So for me, it's a mixture of a girl that I like as well as a girl who really deserved it. Somebody who did well in interview and did very well in gown and swimsuit and onstage question, or whatever the categories of the pageant may be. So that's something that I'm looking for. And it gave me perspective as a contestant, because I realized, wow, how many times did I walk on stage thinking about the littlest things, thinking, oh no, my nail broke, or oh no, is this dress good enough? And as a judge, I wasn't thinking about those things when I saw the girl. I was just waiting to see a girl that was really confident on stage. And I wasn't so focused on the gown and the shoes and the hair and all that stuff. Granted, I did see a couple girls and I thought, okay, we could polish the hair a little bit more, but that can always be fixed. The director can talk to a girl after she wins and say, hey, these are some things that we're gonna work on in terms of personal appearance for your year. So I think that little things can be changed like that. So girls, don't focus so much on the little things in a pageant, really focus on you. It gave me perspective, and I realized that looking back to the past, now I understand why some girls do win pageants when they don't look like the winner. Like, they don't physically look like the winner, or their dress isn't the best. It's because they really were putting forth confidence. And that made me feel better as a contestant. It made me feel like, okay, if I'm wearing a dress that makes me feel good, that looks pretty good on me, and my hair is good, and my makeup is good, then I have nothing to worry about other than walking up there and having a good time. And I think that that's something that can really help a lot of contestants. Yes, practice and prepare and wear the best dress that you can find that looks good on you, and do all of those things. But when you get to the pageant, don't focus on the little things. Focus on you and being yourself and letting the judges know that you're confident and really allowing them to get to know you. I hope that that is going to bring you guys some perspective for your next pageant, to understand kind of behind the scenes what a judge might be looking for. At least that's what I was looking for. I can't speak for anybody else. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and tune in for the next episode, as well as follow me on all my social media. I'm linking that in the description below.